Hey, listen, guys, I appreciate y'all stopping by the channel, Mr. Don't Know It All. Listen, we're almost to 100 subscribers, which is amazing. We're two away. The next milestone is going to be when we hit 250. That's when we're going to give away $50. But you have to hit that notification bell because we're going to be giving the $50 away when we hit 250. So it could be any day, and that's the video that we'll be giving it away to. So you want to make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on that specific video. That way you don't miss out, all right? But nonetheless, if you like the videos, if you like what I'm doing, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, comment below. Let me know what your positions are. Let me know what you're thinking, what's going on with this wild market, okay? So let's get into it. Listen, Hyliion, hey, it is disappointing. It is going down every single day. But there's a lot of things that you got to understand here, okay? Hyliion is completely different from Nikola. I keep seeing on the threads, Nikola did this, Nikola did that. But this is a different company. This is a whole different ballgame now. The market is different from what it was back in June when it merged, when Nikola merged. It's completely different. There's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a lot of short sales going on, a lot of uncertainty in the market in the elections. So let's take a look at Nikola right here where it merged, or the announcement was, hey, we're going to merge. It went up to $30, okay? And then it went down, but it's going back up. When you're looking at this right here, that's May 13th, and the merger happened, June 2nd, June 4th on there. And this sucker right here, it stayed about that $30 range, but nobody really knew what was going on with SPACs, with things like this. When they merged, there wasn't a lot of news and a lot of, focus on Nikola at that point. When the merger happened, and all that within that 2-week period, there was a bunch of hype. Trevor Milton was on every single, interview on Twitter, hyping up his company, letting them know, hey, we got, thousands of reservations for our trucks. We're better than Tesla. We're better than anybody else out there. So at that moment, when it merged, a couple of days later, that's when it spiked. But that's because we had a lot of FOMO going on, a lot of people, not knowing what this company was about, but they kept seeing news about it. And it was a short amount of time, it was a month between when it was announced and when it actually happened. So boom, it took off, it hit 90. And then as you can see right here, it stabilized around 60 for a couple of days, for a week or so. And then it went back up to 70 and then it crashed, right? But that's because he was still out there just saying, hey, this is a great company. We got great products. We got the Badger. We got great pre-orders. We got all these great things going on. And there was a lot of hype. With HL, with Hyliion, as you can see right here, this right here, we have to think about that. We knew about the merger around June, right? And it spiked up, right? Boom, it spiked up. It spiked up again. But look at this, June 29th, all the way when the merger happened. Look at this. What does that tell you? That is 2 months, guys. That's 2 months of people getting into it at the beginning. 2 months to make the merger happen. Everybody either getting just anxious, just getting bored, wanting to move off to the next company, thinking, hey, this sucker's going to shoot up to $100. We all thought it. We all saw the hype. We all said, hey, this was going to happen. But there was so much time in between that people just, as soon as this sucker there was no news, there was no price jump, there was nothing, there was no spike, they started selling off, right? And as you can see right here, a lot of people got in it at highs, at 50s, 55s. The reason being is because it jumped from 10 to 18, from 18 to 31. Died a little bit, and then jumped again, and then it jumped again, it died, and it jumped. So you're seeing this right here with a lot of hype on YouTube from everybody around. Every article that you read, this is the next Nikola. This is the one that's going to hit 100, 150. This is the next big SPAC, okay? So people were buying at the 50s because even at 50, if it hits 100, you're doubling your money. You can still make 20, 30% off this investment of a $50 when you're buying shares, right? And a lot of people didn't get that. A lot of people are in the red now. A ton of red. I see red everywhere, okay? And I see in the threads that everybody's just saying, hey, I put in, $20,000. I put my life savings in this. I put $45,000. I'm down $45,000. But what you have to understand when you see those things is not because of shares. They're down because they play the options. The options. That's what's killing people, okay? That's what's murdering bank accounts and stock portfolios is because people put so much money in those stocks options because they thought that this sucker was going to spike. I thought it too. I bought, 1016 at $55 stock price, but I bought those when it was still, around 38. So I made a ton of money. My profit was almost at 15,000, but I didn't take any profits because I myself also thought, hey, this is going to shoot up to 80, 90, $100. I'm going to keep this as it is, and I'm going to wait for that sucker to spike, and then I'm going to pull out. Hey, rookie mistake. I didn't take my profits when I should have. Anytime that you see, lesson learned, anytime that you see your options make anywhere from, 50, 100% profits, go ahead and take the profits. Take the profits because a small amount of dollars down, boom, there goes your profits, okay? I knew that because I knew that from other place with American Airlines, with Johnson & Johnson. I knew that from another place that a few dollars could just mess everything up. But I had so much faith and so much hype on this company that I thought at 58, when it hit 58 and I was at 15,000 profit, that it was going to go higher. Okay, so that's why I kept it. At, hindsight 2020, everybody says, well, you should have sold at 50, you should have sold at 55. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say once it's already, done and gone, all right? But listen, when you're doing options, first thing, know what you're buying into, know what you're getting into, know the company, do your research, and buy with enough cushion to help you in case there's some, big events happening like with the last month and a half that's been going on, okay? Not only that, but also buying early. You had people buying options when it was $55, $50, buying options at strike prices of 80, of 70, of 60, because everybody thought this is going to hit 90, so we're going to be okay. But guess what? We weren't okay. A lot of people are down money. I mean, I'm seeing threads and threads of people just saying, hey, I'm down all my savings. I'm down all this. And it's not shares, it's options. They keep showing you that it's options, but that's why, because a lot of people don't know what they're getting into. And at that point, it's not smart investing. At that point, it's gambling. At that point, it's just throwing your money out and saying, hey, let's hope this makes $200, right? And it's gambling. That's what it is at that point. Smart investing is getting into the company, knowing what type of company it is, knowing where this company is going, and knowing that it's better than Nikola, investing in the company, patient when you're buying shares. Because yes, this stock right now is trading at $30. It hit 29 at one point this morning. But once all the weekends are out, once all the short sellers are out, the panic sellers, it's going to pick back up. Yes, it might take a little bit because we got elections coming. We got, the people are saying, the housing market crash. You got Meet Kevin, Grant Stephan, all of them saying, hey, forbearance is coming. And a lot of people aren't paying their mortgages. So boom, another crash is coming, okay? You got all these people saying that. So we got a lot of obstacles heading our way as well, too. So yeah, it's gonna stay around the 30s, I believe, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but in my opinion, it's gonna stay in the 30s, maybe hit 40s, throughout the year. But we're probably gonna see a big jump next year. The big thing to know is with shares, you don't have an expiration date. You don't have time decay. You don't have any pressure to sell this because it's going to go back up, okay? This is a great company. Do your research. Look it up. Look at the revenues. Look at the profits in 3 years, at 2023, 2024, okay? Listen, this is going to go up. You don't have to sell your shares. That's not where people are necessarily losing money, because technically they're not losing money. You're just down. You lose money once you sell. People that are at the 55s, and I see them saying, hey, I sold today or yesterday at 35. I'm saying, why are you selling your shares? I know that it's depressing and it sucks to look at your portfolio and seeing red and knowing, hey, you're down, money. But your shares, if you believe in the company, you've done your due diligence and your research on it, you know that this company is going to go up, okay? Even Nikola, right now, it's green. So if a company like Nikola that's being investigated for fraud and is being backed up by all these banks and trying to get these numbers back up, you got to believe that a company like Hyliion is going to go back up as well too, okay? You just got to be patient. Patient is the name of the game when it comes to shares. Options is what killed everybody. That's when you're seeing all these people losing their money, is because they were gambling, okay? At one point, yeah, I was gambling too. I bought calls on there, but that's the hype. That's the risk that you get. Options give you a great chance of return, but also can blow up in your face like that, okay? And that's what happened to a lot of us on this play. I believe the biggest reason why was because that huge time between vote, merging news and the vote going through and actually merging is 2 months. 2 months of everybody just the hype dying down. People seeing, hey, hit 53, then it didn't. Hit 58, then it went down. And people just selling. Hey, there's no spike, selling. Hey, there's no news, selling. Hey, there's no, pre-orders, selling. Hey, there's no new companies partnership, selling and selling. Hey, Donald Trump says no stimulus, selling. Hey, the election's coming, selling. That's all we're getting, just people selling. But the people that are sticking out with this company now that it's in the 29s, 30s, those are the people that are going to get their return because they're sticking out. Those are the real investors, the smart investors, okay? If you want to buy into the company, keep buying into. This is a great time to dollar cost average down because it's so low right now, okay? If you buy in the 40s, 45s, and you want to keep buying, this is your chance to get into it as well too, okay? So I see Hyliion staying between $28 to $30 for majority of the year just because of the elections, the house market crash that possibly could happen. It could hit $45 at some point, but who knows? I mean, you have a lot of people that have been in this place since June. Now it's, October. So you have a lot of people wanting to take their profits. People that bought in $10 to $15 are still making money, even if the stock fell, 35%, 40% now to 30. There you still have people making money off this right now that are selling. So you have people, panic selling, profit taking, and it's okay. It's their money. Let them do what they want. People that are going to stay at this price target right here of $30, of $25. Those are the people that are really invested into the company, not just wanting to make money, but also investing in the company itself because they know in the long term it's going to be a much price target than $50, than $80, than $100 than what we thought. So that's the big thing to understand about shares. You have to be patient. Patient is the name of the game. I keep saying that, but it's true. You have to be patient. You can't expect, a 4x your money on shares, in literally 2 months. Options, that's where your play is. That's where your big reward is, but also your big, burning your house down type of play, right? Just because a couple of bucks are burning you like that. And that's what I'm scared of, that a lot of people don't see that and they're gambling. And that's the thing when I see the things about Workhorse, then you see little leaks here and there, or the truck design that looks just like Workhorse. And I see on threads people are putting $6,000, $10,000 in calls, and I'm like, we're not learning our lesson about calls. That you're just gambling because you're thinking, hey, by October 23rd, we're gonna get the contract and it's gonna shoot up. We got burned with Hyliion. We have to realize that, hey, you have to be smarter with calls. You have to time it right, and the price has to be right. And you have to remember that if you drop down $2, $3, there it goes. You're done for, right? So remember, cushion, get that timing right, buy further in, pay higher premiums for a longer expiration date. That way you have cushion for world events like Trump getting sick, like not getting the contract, or no contract news, no pre-order news like Hyliion did. Okay, you also want to get that price right. You don't want to be like people did Hyliion and buy at $55, at $58 with a strike price of of 85, of 75. They're done for, right? You don't want to do that. Even if there might be some news around the corner, you have to still might play it out months in ahead. I don't believe there's really huge call options like I thought it was 2 weeks ago, call options for this year. I mean, some of these options, you might have to play them into 2021 now just because of everything's going on, right? The market is different since it was 2 months ago. The market is different since last week now. A lot of people are not that hyped on a lot of these companies now. So you got to keep that in mind if you're going to be playing options. Remember that that's at the end, you're going to get burned more times than you're going to win. I've gotten burned, 3 times now. This time I thought it was going to be the big winner. And at one point it was. But again, a beginner, Mr. Don't Know It All, a noob, whatever you want to call me. Yeah, I messed up. I should have taken profits right then. I didn't. Hey, we live, we learn from our mistakes. I believe you learn mistakes when you actually get burned. When you touch that hot stove and it burns you, guess what? You're not going to touch it again. So now we're learning. Now we know what we're doing. But then you turn around and you see people playing those worker options that expire the 23rd of this month. You're like, man, come on, guys. So be smart with your money. At the end of the day, it's your money. If you want to gamble it, that's on you. If you want to invest it in what you believe in, on the research that you do as well too. And don't let the comments, just bother you and pressure you into selling when you're down money on shares. Remember, shares, no expiration date, nothing like that. You can hold them out long term. They're gonna make you money. Okay. Listen, guys, I appreciate y'all sticking to the end of the video. Like the video. Let me know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. Comment. Let me know, if you made some money in this play. Let me know if you've lost some money in this play. We've known people that are going to call you dumb, call me dumb. Hey, people have called them dumb as well, too, so maybe that's why they're doing it. We learn from our mistakes. Remember that. We learn from our mistakes, and it's okay to get burnt. Just don't let it happen again, okay? Invest smart. Do your research. Know what you're getting yourself into. If you're going to do options, research. If you can do shares, research as well too. But remember, you got more time with those. All right. I appreciate y'all. Listen, the next milestone is 250 subscribers. Once we hit that, we're going to be giving $50 away. Okay. Hit that notification. That way, you know when we hit 250, because that day, that video, that's the one we're going to do the giveaway. And you have to like and comment on that video to be entered to win. Okay. It's easy money. It's free money that you can, gas, dinner, invest in the stock market, do what you want with it. I appreciate y'all guys. And like always, lights out.